also an endurance athlete. So this class is 30 minutes of core strength, a little bit of PT, a little prehab. So if you've got some lower back issues, I'm gonna work on some of that stuff as well. A little bit of stretching, a little bit of core work. We've got advanced core, but I'm gonna walk you through it. I'm gonna give you some modifications. We're gonna start off in standing with a little bit of an easy yoga warm up just to get the body moving. Take it down onto the mat, 30 minutes. We've got a set of advanced core work. Again, modify as needed, listen to your body. If you need more help with your lower back health, low back pain, download my free guide, a back guide. It is free, it's in my bio and links everywhere. Grab it, I highly suggest if you need some more PT help. Let's get started. So we're gonna start off in standing, nice, easy yoga stretch, just to warm up the body, just getting things moving. Right? So let's just start off with a little bit of mobility on Fridays. I love to do core work. I love this for my athletes, my patients, heading into the weekend, especially if you are over 40, you need to get your body moving, keep it nice and supple. We need mobility as well as strength. So let's do both today. Reach to the sky. Take a nice long inhale. Lengthen through the spine, crown of the head to the ceiling. Focus on good posture. Take this with you through the rest of the day. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold, bring the arms all the way down. Knees are soft, shake it out, release tension. Knees are nice and soft. Give your lower back a little bit of support here. We want to just stretch, no pain, always avoiding any pain. Just listen to your body is what I'm gonna say. All right, on your next inhale, halfway lift, flat back, straighten the knees. This is your hip hinge, right? Hinging at the hips, abs are braced, shoulders are pulled back, chin is tucked in. Hold it here. We're starting off slow. We're gonna speed up, don't worry. Hold it here for one breath. And then bring your hands down, step back into plank. I'm gonna add a little bit of planks into the warm-up today just to get that core fired up, just to get some upper body strength. Hold it here. You don't need any weights for class, although they are optional on Fridays. Tuck the chin and hold for one breath. Exhale, knees down. Slowly lower chaturanga, elbows close to your sides. Uncurl your toes. Push yourself up into a little baby cobra. Little baby cobra. Get some extension in the spine. This should feel nice on the lower back, not pinchy, right? Engage those lats. That's going to help to stabilize that lower back. Exhale, back down. Uncurl your toes. Push yourself back, downward facing dog. Pedal the feet. That is the entire flow. We're going to go through that sun salutation flow 2 more times. Pedal the feet. Give your calf and ankles some nice mobility. If you've got tight calves, that goes up the chain. That can bother the knees, the hips, etc. Pedal out those feet. Flatten the back. Push away from the mat. Walk your hands back up. Rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Mobility, roll, 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 roll. Inhale, reach to the sky, round 2, speeding it up just a little bit. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. I have an entire playlist of yoga, short yoga things as well, so you can always look that up also if you are liking this. Inhale, halfway lift. I love this just for the spine, just feels nice, easy. Keep it simple with our yoga. And then bring your hands down, step back into plank. Hold it here, strong plank, push away from the mat, not here, here. Spreading the fingers wide, tucking the chin. You can come down like this or all the way down if you have the shoulder control. Great way to work on your push-up strength is that deceleration down. So if you're struggling to get push-ups, work on those planks and then coming down from that plank with control. Hold it here, up dog or cobra. If this feels nice on the spine, this should feel really good on the back. No pinchy. If it's feeling funky and scuzzy, back off, right? Again, lats, pull them down my back to stabilize. My abs are on a little bit here too to support that lower back. Exhale, back down. Push yourself back downward, facing dog. I love this for Fridays. Just get everything moving. I had a stressful week. Get some mobility, get some core strength. Add in your strength training for sure, but Fridays for me is this class. Feels good. Get the body primed for the weekend. Walk your hands back to your feet. Rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Last time, guys, then we're moving on. We got some planks in this warm-up. Then we got to get into the meat of the workout, abs. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, hinging. Here, here. Hands come down, plank. Strong plank. Fingers are wide. Give yourself some support here, right? Exhale, lower however you need to. Up dog or cobra. Last time. We're moving on to some planks. Push yourself back, downward facing dog. Let's hang out in down dog for a second. I want to add in a little bit of a plank to downward dog. Now, if you need to take a break, your wrists or shoulders or whatever, please do. Just take a break, come into child's pose, whatever. We're almost done with the warm-up, but I want to get a little bit more in. Let your heels drop. If you're like me, you got the tightest calves on the planet.
Your heels are not touching the floor, but this is a good opportunity for a lot of you guys. Stretch your calves, get some ankle mobility. Again, that's your foundation. You need to have a strong foot, a supple foot as well that flexes and moves. Otherwise, you're stressing everything above it. Now, I want you to widen your stance. Get longer here because you're gonna rock forward into plank, and I want you to be really stacked at the end, not like way far in front. So from here, right? Hands are right underneath my shoulders, and then I'm gonna exhale back. Now, if this feels good or easy, great. You can keep it here. Exhaling back, inhale, plank, exhale back. If you want to add a little bit of spice, let's reach that left hand to that right shoulder or that right shin. Reaching across and then switch, not shoulder. You're going to reach that to your shin. Obliques. We're going to add one more to this. Reach through. If you're like not feeling it, you need to take a break, please take a break at any time with any of this. Let's do a few more, and then we're just gonna add a little bit of legs to this. Give our wrists a little break. One more. Reach, and then knees down. Roll the shoulders and the wrists. We're gonna do the reverse of that. So now we're gonna reach the knee and the leg back. So I'm gonna show you that as well. Again, you can always just go down dog to plank. You don't need to add this in. If you want to though, making it more advanced. So I'm gonna come back here, back into my downward dog. I'm gonna kick my leg back. I'm gonna bring it up. I like to go across the body if you can. Boom, that opposite hand. A little bit of obliques, boom. Bring it across. We'll do a few on this side. Just getting the core warmed up, getting our body moving, get a little bit of shoulders. I always like to get in a little bit of upper body. A lot of my endurance athletes do not do a lot of upper body strength, so this is our chance to do a little bit more upper body. One more, and then switch. Same thing, other side, reach. Reach. Exhale. Couple more. We're gonna finish with a little bit in standing, a little bit of a squat, and then that is our warm-up before the series. Let's do a few more here. Reach. One more. Walk your hands back to your feet, come into standing. Chair pose is your air squat. Rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Let's finish with a little bit of booty, a little bit of glutes. Chair pose, squats. Squats a nice, good functional way to get quads, hamstrings, glutes, core activated. So your chair pose can be any stance, right? So classic chair pose, I'm here, arms are overhead. Well, we're gonna make this a little bit dynamic because basically this is your squat. So you're gonna come down and up. Now I want you to take whatever stance feels right for you. If you've got tight hips, and you need to bring those feet wider or turn them out to sink lower, please do so. So find your stance, right? We're all built differently. What I want is that you can go all the way down as low as you can, keeping that back flat. Weight is in my heels, my toes are pressing down, just getting a little bit of a chair pose dynamic, but guess what? It's all connected back to yoga. This is just your squat. This is just your air squat. Great way to warm up the body. Get those glutes, those hips, those quads activated. Let's do a few more here. Simple. If you've got weights and you want to add some weights to it, you could do that as well, right? I'm just keeping it body weight for today. Last few, get low, sink, get some depth. Get into those hips. Open them up. 4. 3 more. 2 more, chest is open. Remember that, proud chest. 1 more time, I lost count. All right, come down onto the mat. A little bit of cat-cow. I'm gonna talk you through this series that we have today. We're gonna start with a Russian twist. So if you have weights and you wanna add that to that Russian twist, seated, obliques, you can. You don't need them. I'm not gonna use weights today, but you absolutely can. So we've got those. We've got a V up, a challenging V up, and then we've got some lower abdominal work. We're gonna do a hold and a flutter kick with that hold. So this is a challenging sequence, right? We're gonna start in seated, and then we've got some lower abdominal work, and then we've got that hollow hold with flutter to finish. All right, last time. Exhale, arch the back. Inhale. Come into seated, grab weights if you have them. Again, weights are always optional in class. Never a bad idea, right? So if you got them, bring them. I'm gonna start myself here with my Russian twist, sitting here. 3 rounds, 3 moves. That's it, then we cool down, we're done. So again, I'm grabbing here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here.
I'm not twisting like this guy. Sitting up nice and tall, I like to use this to kind of re-engage. And then I'm just gonna add that rotation. Now I want you, if you've got the weights, add them in, by all means. Make this more challenging. If you want other things to make this challenging, this is a long first set, by the way. So settle in, obliques, targeting right here, right here, right? If you want to elevate the feet, add some challenge to your balance, which is going to challenge your core a little bit as well. Please add the legs up. Again, when you have those legs elevated, what I want to see is that you're maintaining good control, you're not getting sloppy, and you're not turning into this, like really hunched. So if your form is kind of getting shitty, go back to having the feet down, right? Ultimately, whatever matters the most, especially as we get into these more challenging moves, I always tell my clients, my patients, I care about the ones that you can execute with the best form. I don't care about you doing the hardest one. So like we're gonna progress to our next exercise. Find the one that you can execute well with perfect form. You're targeting your core. You're not just pissing off your back. The move isn't sloppy. So do that. Take the ego out of it. Sometimes I have to take it down a couple levels because guess what? My form is getting sloppy, right? So just take that with you, a little bit of kind of mindfulness. We don't have a lot of time to do core, so we want it to be efficient, effective, and correct. We're not finishing this class just to have our back get all pissed off because our form sucked or our neck getting strained, right? Obliques, target muscle. We've got some deep abdominal and oblique work coming up next in our next move. So be aware, am I working what I'm supposed to be working here? Is my form good? Am I getting all slouchy, hunchy? Am I not doing the full range? Get some rotation here. Move your spine. Your spine needs to be supple, mobile, especially as you get older. You also need strength too. You need them both, right? So a lot of you athletes, you could use a little bit more of this mobility in your spine, in your life. All right, 4. We're almost done. I'm done blabbing. 3, 2, 1. On your back, V up. I'm going to give you some options. So you can do opposite here. Full extended pose is this. My lower back is staying pressed on. If you're like, this is killing my neck, you can do this. If you need to modify it even shorter, obliques. Just like a bicycle, right? So you've got options. The most challenging version is going to be here. Single arm. Reach, extended arms. Now again, when you come all the way down, this is the hard part. The leg comes down. This lower back needs to be pressed down. Lower back needs to be flat. You don't get to arch your back at the bottom. Keep that core engaged. So that's what I'm talking about when we get into some of this advanced work, like our hollow hold coming next. Your lower back needs to be connected. If you're not sure if you're doing that, lift your head up and just do the legs first. Keep the rib cage pressed down. That lower back, there should be 0 space there, right here. 0, meaning you're pressing down so hard with your deep core, you're really staying stable in the back. And that is the key thing. As a PT, I can tell you, as a strength coach, I can tell you, this is what's usually lacking. And people are doing really advanced moves with really shitty form. And their back is hurting, and they're not getting stronger. And they're wondering why their back is not feeling great. They're also wondering why they're not getting the definition that they want in their core, their abs, etc. Do the moves correctly. Learn the foundation right here. And again, don't be afraid to scale it down. This first round, we only have 3 rounds, is long because I'm blabbing, talking about form. Get the form correct. I cannot emphasize that enough. Breathe. Last few. Then we're going to do our hollow hold with a kick at the end. In 4, in 3, whichever one you're doing, in 2, in 1, relax, bend the knees. I want you to find this. Press. Inhale. Exhale. You got to hold this for our next move because we're going to be here. You got 30 seconds of that hold. Then you're going to have to kick the legs out for 5, right? Arms and legs. Now, again, options for the hollow hold. This would be your level 1, just holding it in my hundreds position. Level 2, level 3. You got 30 seconds. I hope you're ready because you better keep this pressed down, right? Get ready. In 3, in 2, get locked in, tuck the chin, press the lower back down, and lift, hold 30 seconds. Again, your full hollow hold is a challenging position. You can bring the legs up higher. That's going to help you press that lower back down. You can also come into hundreds, right? Figure out which one you can do successfully. We are almost done. Then we're gonna do a little bit of this at the end, just to spice it up. In 3, in 2, get ready, and kick. 5, 4, kick. 3, 2, and 1. Rock yourself back up into seated. Russian twist, round 2. You know the drill. We're back at it. We got 3 rounds. We're not taking breaks. We're making this a little bit of a circuit, little metabolic. Core work can be what you want it to be. If you want definition in your abs, you need to have consistency in your core work. Nutrition as well, right? Obviously. But for abs being defined, you don't need to have the leanest body fat percentage to have more defined abs. You need to do more challenging abs. You need to do it more consistently. So it would be maybe 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, something like that. Just giving you ideas, getting some challenging work in, some rotations, some lower abdominal work, some decline work, some hanging abs, things like that. I have an entire playlist of just core exercises as well. So if you want that, go check that out. Just make sure to subscribe to my channel. You will get notifications every Friday of class. Every workout is different and hopefully challenging enough, right? Safe, but challenging. Last few here. Get that rotation. 4, 3, 2, 1 V-ups or modified bicycle obliques. Remember, what is my target muscle I'm working? Lower abdominals, obliques, press the lower back down, legs extend, lift. Exhale as I come up. Speeding it up a little bit this round, adding a little bit of spice, get the heart rate up. Again, you don't need hours of abs. You just need consistency through the week and make them challenging. 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes. Got all of it in a couple days a week. You will absolutely get stronger, see more definition, more core stability for life, for your back, for your sports. Exhale, use the breath. That is part of that core stability. Breathe. Exhale. Exhale, we have that hollow body hold coming up next. Twist. Twist, whichever version you're doing. Have the neck supported. Tuck that chin in. A lot of you guys are living like this, straining your neck. Tuck it in. Stabilize. Last few. Then we're gonna do that hollow hold. In 3, in 2, and 1, relax. Again, on the exhale, I'm pressing my lower back down. I'm locked in. This needs to be strong, right? For that hollow hold. Get ready. In 3, in 2, 30-second hold, approximately 30 seconds. I ended a tiny bit early, so we get in a little bit extra flutter kicks. 30 seconds-ish. Challenge yourself. These are hard. Press down, press down. Rib cage is pressed down. Lower back is pressed down. Chin is tucked in. Whichever version you're doing, we are almost done. I promise. 3, 2. We got 1 more round after this. Kick. 5, 4. These should feel hard. 3. They do for me. 2, 1. Come back up. Last round, guys. Let's finish strong. We're not taking breaks. Let's get a little bit of speed. We started off slow. Let's finish with some intensity. Again, weights optional. If you want stronger shoulders as well, I highly suggest, whether it's just for definition, you just want more sculpted shoulders, or you're just like me, a runner and a biker, and you don't do a lot of upper body strength, add some of this stuff into your core work. So add some weights to your core with your Russian twist, other moves, right? Check out some of my other core workouts. Add some more planks, some more push-ups. A nice, easy way to get some strength. Again, that's not just for vanity. That's for stability, support. Your shoulders, your bones, your posture, your neck, your head. As you get older, if you crash on your bike, have some muscle there. Hold you up, support you. Protect your bones. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Almost done. We've got 2 more moves. We're gonna finish with a little bit lower back after this, and then we're done. 4, 3, 2, 1 on your back. Last time,
Stay connected. Stay focused. I see the finish line. Exhale. Exhale. Exhale, lift. Exhale, lift. Chin is tucked. I'm really lifting the shoulders off the mat. Whichever version you're doing, absolutely up to you. Just make it good. Whichever one you're doing, nail it. Whatever level you're at, do the best that you can. Make it as strong, as controlled, as effective as you can. We've got our last move coming up, that hollow body hold. My abs are sore. I did something like this yesterday. You don't need to be sore from core work, but some of that lowering the legs, you probably will be, right? So that's not a bad thing, but it's not needed. In 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. In other words, the sign of a good workout is not just that you're sore, right? Get the work done appropriately, have it all designed out well, and you will get stronger without feeling sore. That's not necessarily needed. But this stuff, yeah, I hope you're a little bit sore in the abs from this class, right? All right, so last move, hollow hold, pressing the rib cage down. Locked in here, deep core. This requires deep contraction. Get ready in 3, in 2, in 1. Last one, make it excellent, just as good as the first one, if not better, because now you understand what to do. Lower back is pressed down. My chin is tucked in, right? A lot of you guys tuck that chin in. Lower back is pressed down. My legs are whatever level. Again, the lower you go, the harder it is to keep that lower back pressed down. Your lower back is glued to the floor. In 3, in 2, and 1, flutter it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, relax. Flip it over. Let's go right into some lower back. We're gonna do the reverse of that. One of my faves, little Superman, superhumans. I love these. Simple, easy. Let's start to slow it down a little bit. We're getting into that cool down. Opposite arm and leg reaches and lowers. Tuck the chin in and lower. Lift, lengthen. Think about lengthening through the spine. Everything, we were just flexing the spine. Now we're extending the spine, right? You need both. A lot of you guys hunched over your computer, your desk, your bike, your car, your phone all day. You need a little bit of this in your life. This is extension, activation. Get all the muscles on the back side of the body working your posture. Pull your shoulders back and down. Chin is tucked. I'm thinking about lengthening, reaching to opposite. I'm not thinking about just arching my back. I'm thinking about getting length through my spine as I lift. This should feel mellow. We'll do a few more like this, and then we'll just do a nice little hold. Just get everything activated. Then we'll stretch, and that's it for today. Tuck the tailbone under. Bring those abs on a little bit for these Supermans or Superwomans or super whatevers. 2 more just like this. Activation. Think about waking up everything on the backside of your body. Last one. And then I want you to lift arms and legs at the same time. Hold it for 5. For 4. Activate everything. 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Sit back into child's pose if this feels comfortable for you. If not, come onto your back, hug your knees into your chest. I love to have a wide stance for my child's pose. Bring those knees wide. Give your hips some space. You got those tight hips. Bring those knees out. Give your hips some space. If this doesn't feel good, come onto your back and hug your knees into your chest, because we're going to be there in just a second. Again, my stretch routine, my cool down mobility is one that I feel is safe for almost everybody, but please modify. And if you got any other ones that feel good to you, please do them. I always tell people that these classes that you guys take, they're generalized. So your body, if you're going through some stuff, please modify for what you need. And then come onto your back. Hug the knees into the chest. Let's just stretch, cool down, open up the hips, get into the weekend with a little bit of mobility. Rock the knees side to side, massaging that lower back. Again, anything else that feels good, now is your chance. I'm just guiding you through a very simple mobility routine. If you need more lower back health, Check out my low back and mobility playlist as well. Roll the ankles and the toes around. Get those feet, wake up those feet a little bit. Happy, healthy feet. Mobile, move them around. Move that hip around, got tight hips. It's all connected. Just checking in, how does this feel? How's my flexibility in this hip? And then bring that knee across your body. So left hand drives that knee across. Find a position for you that feels good, right? So your knee may be slightly different than mine. I always tell people this is gonna probably look different on you. What I want you to get is a good stretch maybe here and maybe a little bit here. So find that position. Head goes wherever it feels comfortable. You can shake it out. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. We'll finish out nice hip openers on this right side. Then we'll get into that other side. And that is it for class. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Grab that lower back guide. It is in my show notes of every class and every workout. Come back to center, figure 4 stretch. If you need more help with some lower back issues, check out the guide. That is gonna walk you through an easy, literally under 10-minute routine, kind of similar to what we're doing today. Roll the shoulders. Consistency is key, right? You want more core strength, you want more ab definition, you want to work on your lower back, you want to work on anything, is just consistency. Stick with it through the week, a couple times a week. For most people is plenty. Should feel like a nice deep hip stretch here, right? Figure 4 stretch. You can also go into pigeon pose. Roll the shoulders, just noticing where you feel any tension. Let it go, let it go. Last breath, and then we'll hit that other side, and then we are basically done. Unwrap that right leg, shake it out, release tension, hug the left knee in, give it a good squeeze, rolling the ankles, rolling the toes, anything else that I missed or that feels like you need to add it in. Everyone's got one or two of those moves that just feels really good on your body. Do that, add that in, right? We're all built differently. So some of these moves may resonate with one person, or the other person like, oh, I don't really get anything. I love this one. This one is one of my favorites. Opening the arms, stretching out the lats, getting through the ribcage, thoracic spine. I was getting a nice crack in my back, feels great. Glutes, hips. You can modify this however you need to. I have a lot of other stretch series. You can check those out as well. If you're like, I don't love this. If you like this one, duplicate it, right? Consistency, do it a couple times, not just on Fridays with me. Open up the hips, lower back again, releasing tension, getting a nice stretch through my pecs, my shoulder, upper back rotation. And then we'll finish with that figure 4 stretch. Open up that left hip again, hips, pelvis, lower back, it's all connected. Get everything moving. So these hip openers can be really nice to help the lower back as well, or just the hips or the knees, right? So you got a lot of moves that can help a lot of things. The goal, just keep it all moving, right? Head to toe, keep it moving. Last few breaths here. We're gonna finish in seated with just one little easy breath, just to kind of get ourselves grounded back into that posture that we started off class with. Roll the shoulders, roll the shoulders. Last few breaths here. Exhale through the mouth. Take one more breath. Exhale it out. Unwrap that left foot. Windshield wiper the knees. We're going to finish in seated. Roll onto your side. Come into seated. Let's finish with just one little posture. One little breath work. Sitting however you want. You don't need to sit cross-legged. I just want you to take this with you through the rest of your day, sitting up nice and tall. Crown of the head to the ceiling. Ears over shoulders. That's just alignment, guys. Take this with you. Inhale, reach to the sky. Alignment. Crown of the head to the ceiling. Get tall. Exhale it out. One more time, and then that is it for today. Inhale. Lengthen. Crown of the head to the ceiling. Ears over shoulders. Tall spine.
and then exhale it out. That is it for today. Thank you guys so much for coming. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Join me on Fridays. I will see you next week. Take care of yourselves.